So we're up to the Islanders in the jersey history video series, and I'm wearing a Team Europe jersey because I was looking through jerseys. I don't have any kind of specialty Islanders. I don't have an AHL team associated with the Islanders. And so I thought, well, I haven't worn this World Cup jersey in a long time. Why not? So here we go, the history of the jerseys of the New York Islanders. From 1972 through to 1995, this was the look. Basically, for 23 years, everything stayed the same. And they won 4 Stanley Cups wearing this. And it was a very, very calm, peaceful time. I got this one through Sports K jerseys. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's, again, I've discussed how I'm not a huge fan of their logo and all that. But you know what? It's a classic look. And they probably should have kept it that way. But they decided they had a better idea. Now, one of the reasons for the rebrand was that Islanders jerseys weren't really selling. And they wanted to get a new logo and a new look. And that's how that happened. This one was sent to me by a subscriber. The white ones are hard to find in good shape. This one's a starter. It's a large. And again, I this is one of those ones. I'm not going to wear it a whole lot because I don't want to see anything happen to it. And it's ugly. It is. Now, there are some who like the lighthouse on the shoulder, but it is what it is. Now, this is the only Fanatics jersey that I have in my collection, and that's part of the reason why I don't like the logos on the Fanatics. It'd be very, very easy to wear these out. They're made the same as the ones on the stadium jerseys that I have, that I've already got like a fold in the logo, and then it just doesn't come out. So, yeah, this is the blue version of the same thing. And again, they were going for something that would sell, something that would work. And all that happened was the Captain Highliner jokes, we want fish sticks jokes, and it just got worse from there. And the timing was bad, too, where this was a time where the Islanders weren't very good, and now you're making them look like a joke, too. So 2 years later, the Islanders say, all right, well, the problem is probably just the fisherman, so we'll leave the design the same, but we'll put the old logo on it. And fans rejected this as well. This one was sent to me by a subscriber as well. And, yeah, you can see there's signatures on it. So I'm not going to wear it because there's signatures on it. And but everything else on this jersey is the same as on this one. Just the logo was changed because that's what the problem was. And honestly, there were a lot of issues with this jersey. You could make a list of grievances just based on these jerseys alone. But they're ugly, and they're fascinating. And they're hard to find because collectors like myself enjoy having them. So the Islanders went back. Well, kind of. So it's a different color than their original jerseys. I didn't think it was a big deal. I thought going back to the original look was fine. I thought that was pretty darn close to their original jerseys. And then you've got the 4 stripes, which represents the 4 Stanley Cup wins. But it's odd, right? It's kind of an odd thing. And it's something that, understandably, the franchise has really, really clung to. But once you see all the 4 stripes on all the different jerseys, it's kind of weird. I don't have the white one of this. This one I got through Full Moon Jerseys. I know I got this one for pretty cheap. Then they decided maybe it was a good time to have a 3rd jersey again. Because sure, or technically I guess this is their first 3rd jersey. And they went with this. Now, I like it. I think it's different, but I understand why a lot of people think it's ugly. It's got the weird looking blue, it's like teeth down the side. It's got them on the back too, the daggers or however you want to term it. This one I got from a subscriber, and so it's a nice, it's a coho. There's your NHL logo on the back and all that wonderful stuff. I don't really have a problem with it, but there is an ugly jersey history with the Islanders, and it was almost as if, well, hey, we did well with that regular jersey. Why don't we make a 3rd and make orange the dominant color? Yes, let's do that. Now, the Islanders would then bring about a change of design. They would put orange on the sleeve. Yes, this is a John Tavares jersey. I got this one through Full Moon Jerseys. The interesting thing with this one is that there's no number on the front, and there's supposed to be. There's supposed to be a number on the front of this jersey. I'm fine with it not being there. I've never been a fan of numbers on the front, but of course you got to keep the 4 stripes there, representing the 4 Stanley Cups in the early 80s. And the color stayed the same in terms of the blue, but the sleeve. I like this better. I do like it better with the orange accents on the sleeves. I think that breaks it up. I think the white here is kind of nice too. I think it's a better jersey. I understand the Tavares thing marks it down in some people's eyes. But this was a size small, and the one that I had before that was a medium, and I'm more comfortable wearing a small when it comes to the Reebok replicas. So that's where I'm at with that. But I think it's a decent enough design. So the Islanders would eventually go back to the right colors. And the way it started was the blue version of this they had as a third jersey. And then they just finally said, all right, we'll just go back to the right colors, and we'll just forget the whole thing ever happened. We'll just forget all about it. Now, on the stick here, it's got 4 stripes, whereas the old jerseys used to have 3. Those 4 represent, right, the 4 Stanley Cups. So, yeah, the old jerseys they had in the 80s had 3 stripes on them, and now they have the 4 because that's to represent the Stanley Cups. Now, I picture somewhere in a boardroom somebody said, all right, and we're going to have third jerseys this year. They're not going to be ugly, right? You got it, sir. Yep. And then a month later, now they're not going to be ugly, right? Oh, we got it all done. Here you go. So that's just a prototype, right? We're going to mess with that. Oh, you've already gone to production on that. Well, yeah, I can see the Mets kind of style of it, but you don't think that's going to look kind of ugly in a Islanders jersey? No? All right. This is I can't make any excuses for this. This everything about this jersey is pretty ugly. And again, yeah, Tavares, you get them for dirt cheap. For some reason right now, if you have an Islanders jersey with Tavares on the back, you pay less than you do if it's a blank. So, yeah, Tavares, this one I got through Full Moon Jerseys as well. And yeah, I don't know. It is absolutely unfathomably ugly. It is. This was right about where I'm like, okay, so whenever they make a third, it's not going to go over well, right? And then the Islanders had a Stadium Series jersey that became the third, and yep. So again, we've got the 4 stripes here for the 4 Stanley Cups, and this is a Hamonic. Again, I got this through Full Moon Jerseys. I got it for pretty cheap. I bid on it. I got it for like $20. I remember I was like walking across a bridge when I got the notification that I got it on eBay, and I cheered and probably looked crazy. But, you know, I was happy because I got it and I didn't pay very much for it. Because, again, it's weird. They have these thirds, and I don't know. This is, again, one of those scratchy Stadium Series jerseys. They were trying, you know, for the whole shiny, reflective, oh, look, it's all futuristic, but it doesn't really work. But anyways, yeah, this was what they came up with next for their third jersey. Then they said, all right, so we're going to have another third jersey. We're going to do like a Brooklyn theme. So we're going to put a B on the side for Brooklyn. We're going to have 4 stripes in it because 4 Stanley Cups. We're going to have the New York logo. We're going to take the Islanders bit off of it because Brooklyn. And we're going to have 4 stripes. And this is where I thought, you know what? They're going to change the name to the Brooklyn Islanders, aren't they? Or the Brooklyn something else. And here's 4 white stripes. So a lot of 4s on this. There's 4 4s on this. Or is there another B on the other side? Yep. So there's 5 4s on this. Yeah, it doesn't work either. And this kind of shows. Now here's where things are interesting. I've mentioned this before. You look at the neckline. It sort of tells you how the Adidas ones are going to look. And the white only goes halfway. So it is sort of very similar to the necklines we have on some of the jerseys now. I do like that it's black. I do like some of the basic with it. But, man, this is another third jersey. And they went through a lot of different designs. And here's the red and the blue and the orange. And so, you know, overall there's some nice elements to it, but it just didn't quite add up. So, on that note, they eventually simplify it. Yep, this is a nice Captain C. It's a Tavares. It is. Again, it's cheaper to get them with Tavares on them. This one I got through Full Moon Jerseys because they have all the Tavares jerseys. And again, they went back to the simple stripes. But again, 4 stripes here. The away jersey, which I got from Adidas not too long ago. I actually ordered it from Adidas Canada because I couldn't find this in my size anywhere. A white Adidas in many teams right now is really, really difficult to find because they're not making them anymore. Not for retail. So again, you have the four stripes here on the stick, and outside of that, there really aren't any major differences between this and the one that they wore in the 80s. I mean, you have a different neckline, but in general, they've gone back to doing things the way they were done at the start. And it is kind of interesting with the Islanders that it's kind of ended where it began, but that's what it's done. And then with the third jersey, I'm going to come out and say it. This current third jersey, I kind of think they got it right. Again, four stripes, because 4 Stanley Cups. And if they ever win a fifth, they're going to have to redesign everything. They're going to have to go back and redesign it all. And they've got rid of the shoulder bit with the 4 stripes because they've got it on the front now. But I do like this one. I do think of their third jerseys, you've got the Island here. I think this is probably their best third jersey, is their current one. And there's sort of part of me saying, okay, now I would love to see what kind of ugliness you guys can come up with for future thirds. But at the same time, it's kind of nice if you stop here. So up until we get an outdoor jersey for the Islanders, again, which I think probably happens after they get the new Belmont Arena. I think they'll probably end up having some kind of an outdoor game there just because why not? But up until we get another outdoor jersey, I hope they keep this as the third. I think it's sharp. It's decent. If they had rebranded themselves in the 90s and gone from this type of design to this, it would have been much, much more well received, and who knows, they might have kept it up until now. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.